Welcome back to Everyday Kentucky. Legendary star of film, television, and stage joins me today as we talk about her career and where fans can find her this weekend, signing autographs, posing for photo ops, and appearing on stage. Today we're welcoming Mrs. Barbara Eden. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
Well, we are also excited to welcome you into Kentucky and have you at the Lexington Toy and Comic Convention. So we're just going to dive right in.
All right.
Let's talk a little bit about your time on I Dream of Jeannie, because that's one of your, you have multiple accolades to your name, but that's a very iconic role.
Well, what would you like to know?
Well, let's do with, how does it remain so popular so many years out?
I think perhaps a lot of that is due to the fact that we're all in uniform. It isn't as dated.
Yes.
And then, of course, the theme is a classic. Everyone knows about genies and magic, and it's a happy thing to see.
Yes, ma'am. So what were your thoughts when you got that script for Jeannie?
Oh, I loved it. I'll tell you, I had been reading about it in the trades, the Variety and Reporter, and I knew that they were testing young women, but they were all Middle Eastern. They were Turkish or Israeli or Arab or Italian, all Mediterranean types. And I thought, well, that's not for me. That's not going to work at all. And then I received the script. And my agent called and said, did you read the script I sent you? And I said, yes, I did. And did you like it? I said, I love it. And he said, well, that's good because they've offered you the part. That offered me the part. And I said, do they know what I look like? I'm a short blonde, and
like your mind must have been blown, like, oh,
I
they
was.
picked me.
And he said, yes. He said, Sidney Sheldon would like to have tea with you, but you have the part. So I went down and I met Sidney at the Beverly Hills Hotel, and we were in sync about the character and how she should be portrayed. And it was fun. I loved it. I was amazed, but I loved it. And then they didn't have the master yet, so I did test other masters, but Larry was, of course, the best.
How was it working with him?
It was always invigorating. He kept me on my toes, and he kept everyone else on their toes, too. But besides that, he was a fabulous actor. He was just real. We weren't playing two people, two characters. We were those characters when he was on the set and when I was on the set. It was a wonderful, wonderful experience.
And you embody Jeannie so well. And I know you wrote a book, Jeannie Out of the Bottle, several years ago. How did you live your life out of the bottle after you've done that character?
Oh, well, I think you have to realize I'd done a lot before I ever did that character. And then afterwards, I just continued on. I was doing a lot of feature films and many television films, and appearing in Las Vegas, and I began to sing again, which I hadn't done for years. And yeah, I don't know, an actor acts. That's our business. So we just pursue our craft.
Now, do you have a specific role that you've played in your whole, journey that stands out to you?
Oh my, there are many. There are many, and for different reasons. I, of course, was under contract to 20th Century Fox, but they loaned me to MGM, to George Powell, to do the Wonderful World of the Brothers Grimm. And that was and he was a fabulous man to work with, but it was my first trip out of the country. We filmed in Germany.
Oh, how lovely.
And that was a joy to work with him and to have that part and to be in this beautiful, beautiful country. So that was one film. How to Marry a Millionaire was a series I did at Fox before I ever did Jeannie. And that was my first. I mean, that was one of my first jobs in Hollywood. So I would say that was one that was important to me and fun to do. Working with all women, of course, but fun to do.
Well, you have multiple things that underneath your belt that just blow everybody away, and they're so excited to see you, and they can see you this weekend at the Lexington Comic and Toy Convention.
Yes.
And that runs Friday through Sunday. They can get all the tickets, all the fun stuff at lexingtoncomiccon.com, and they can find more of you on, is it barbaraeden.net?
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay. Well, thank you so much. And really quick, what would be one of your 3 wishes?
My 3 wishes.
Yes, ma'am.
My dear, I give you 3 wishes.
Oh. Well, thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you here in Lexington.
Thank you.